Hi everyone, and thanks for joining today. I'm Samantha Pover and I am the Business Growth and Relationship Manager here at Visit Lincoln. And today I have the pleasure of being joined by Laura Munn, who is the Marketing and Communications Officer at Active Lincolnshire. And I know you're all going to be thinking, why are we speaking to Active Lincolnshire today? Well, it's because unlike lots of these very, very good people who have continued with their good, I suppose, their New Year's resolutions, I'm one of those that haven't. And I, with the best intention, I said I was going to get fit and I was going to do this and that, and I haven't. And I thought, you know what, we're in February already, and why not get physical in February? Why not? So Laura has very kindly going to assist me in showing us all some nice and easy exercises that we can do while we're at our desk, while we're working from home, just to remind us to kind of stay supple, stay fit, and just keep moving. So over to you, Laura. Show me what we should be doing.
All right, so I'm going to prefix this by saying that if you can get out of the house, if you can take your lunch break, if you can take 10 minutes where you get up from your computer, you walk further than the kitchen and you go outdoors, then I suggest you start doing that straight away. Every day at work, don't avoid the trap of taking your lunch break at your desk.
Yes.
Just because you're sitting at your desk doesn't mean you're being productive. And sometimes that 10 minutes or that 30 minutes where you go outside, you go for a walk, you get some fresh air, you're actually more productive afterwards. You know, thoughts come to you. Just because you're going for a walk doesn't mean you're not being productive. And I really, that would be my first thing to try and do every day. I know it's not the best start when next week it's meant to be -4 and snowing. So take the initiative to do it before that happens, but that would be my first main priority. Secondly, as a business, if you can incorporate walking meetings into your day, once again, really encourage that. I know maybe you can't take notes quite as easily, but if you're having a conversation that can be done without taking notes, if both you and the person at the other end of the phone, or just you, are able to kind of plug in, maybe you got your wireless, but even if you don't, on your phone and have that meeting while walking. So these are some simple things that you can do. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to run, you don't even have to power walk, but going outside, getting some fresh air, that is the best thing you can do to try and break yourself out of your funk and get yourself focused on your work and also on your health. But if you are sitting at your desk like we are right now, and you're thinking that's all well and good, but I don't have time to go outside right now, what can I do? I will show you some mainly stretches, and this once again is to stop that. If you're sitting listening to me talk right now, perhaps you are got a curved spine, maybe your shoulders are rotated forward, maybe you're leaning to see your screen. Okay, so things that we can do to kind of bring our mind back and go, actually, it's not the best posture for starters. And just to get the blood flowing. Okay, so the first thing that I want you to do, Samantha, is just roll those shoulders back and down. Okay, sitting up nice and tall on your chair. So think about sitting on, I call them your seat bones. So yes, you know what I mean when I say that. Feet flat on the floor. Okay, chest nice and open. And then imagine you have a string at the top of your head, and that string is just pulling you up tall. Okay, so I don't want you to tilt your head back or anything, but just nice and tall. And all you're going to do is take some deep breaths. Okay, so we're going to go in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. One more, in through the nose and out through the mouth. And already that's probably the 3 deepest breaths you've had today. Okay, so once we're doing that, we're sitting up nice and tall, we've got some oxygen into those lungs. Okay, we're going to think about releasing some of the tension from these shoulders. So the first thing I want you to do is reach up nice and tall. Good. If you can, bring your palms together. Okay, that's it. And then push up, trying to bring those biceps as close as you can to your ears. Okay. From there, we're going to bring our hands down through our center line, nice and yes, that's it. Okay. From here, I want you to take your right arm across your chest and then hook your left arm underneath it.
I always get this wrong. I always look like I'm not doing this right. Is this it?
Right. So we'll start from the prayer position. Okay. That right arm, if you drop your left arm down, now make an arrow. That's it. Send it across your body and then bring that other arm up underneath that elbow as much as you can, trying to keep that arm nice and straight. That's it. That's it. It's this shoulder that we're looking at. So just nice big stretch. We're not going to stay here long, and then you come back to the prayer position. Okay. Drop your right arm, make an arrow. That's it. Send it across your chest and then try and hook underneath if you can. That's it. That's it. Yeah, you got it. Okay. You do it again. So bring it back to the prayer position. Make an arrow. Take it across and hook underneath. Good. Back to the middle. Make your arrow and across and hook underneath. All right. Now we're going to up the ante a little bit. Okay, so you're going to take this right arm, and if you can, you're going to bend it. That's it. Okay, you're going to take this left arm and just touch, if you can see that, on the top of that elbow as far as you can, so behind your head.
Oh, I can't do that. But I'll just say now I've got a injured shoulder.
Okay, that's fine. So you can just you don't have to use that other arm to assist, just this arm. And just think about trying to reach down your spine as much as you can. If you can use his arm to assist, then just pulling it across. And then we're going to change. So that left arm.
I can't do.
That's your injured
You carry
arm.
on. That's my bad arm.
And then assist and push that hand. Good. All right, back to the middle. You might need to push your chair out a little bit for this one. And we're going to interlink the fingers and then push them out in front of us. That's it. Nice. Good.
I can feel that stretching.
Feel that? The back of your
nice.
Yep, nice. Good. Okay, now we're going to think about those legs. Okay, so hopefully your feet are nice and flat on the floor. Hands on the desk if you've got a desk in front of you. And all I want you to do is just up onto your toes, squeezing your calves. You can't see this one. And then down, heels to the floor. Up on your toes and heels back to the floor. Up in your toes and heels back on the floor. And we're going to spice it up. Okay, right foot goes up on your toes, left foot stays flat. And then we alternate. So left foot up on your toes, right foot goes flat. Okay, and now we're going to speed that up a little bit. So basically getting those calves moving, pumping the blood around, similar to if you're on an airline and they're telling you make sure you move in those legs. Yeah. All we're doing is just getting that blood flowing.
This is like a little a desk dancing we can do, can't we?
Like you're on a bike,
like
you can pretend.
Yeah, like this.
Good, and relax. Now what I want you to do is I want you to try and push your heels into the floor and pull your toes up towards you. So you're going to feel a different part of your calves this time. And then flat, and then pull those toes up.
Yep.
And flat. And one more time, pull those toes up and flat. Okay. This one, it really depends what chair you're in for this next one. But we're going to be moving, we're going to be rotating through the torso. So if you can, okay, elbows up at chest height, and hopefully your chair doesn't swivel all over the place. You're just going to gently rotate forward and back. This should feel nice. You should feel this through the spine, getting that rotation.
Yeah.
And nice movement. 2 more. 1, 2, and relax. And that's it. You know, it doesn't have to be long. Yeah, it's more about getting your mind set on, I need to keep my body moving. Yeah, I need to stretch those limbs out. Just take a couple of seconds at my desk to do a little stretch. Yeah, all of those movements can be done if you're standing up. It's exactly the same thing. Instead of sitting at your desk with the toes pointing up and down, if you can, you stand up and then you come up onto your toes and back down onto your heels. Yeah, so all the movements can be done either standing or sitting at your desk.
That's fantastic. And I suppose we can, once the weather does turn next week, maybe simple things, we can use the stairs, can't we? If we can't get outside, you know, I know I'm all up and down to the kitchen many a time making coffee. So maybe I could do a few more, not so much coffee. I know you're going to tell me off for drinking too much coffee, but just the action of going up and down the stairs and making sure we're staying moving around and supple.
Exactly. And even when you go to the kitchen, right? And the thing is, when you're in the office, you might not feel all that comfortable doing squats in the kitchen. Okay, you might not want to dance in front of your co-workers, but I suppose the positive thing about working from home is there's literally no one can see you dance. So when you do go and you put the kettle on, you're waiting for the kettle to boil, yeah, think about moving in your kitchen. Yeah, whether you can squat, you can sit down to a chair and stand back up again, and you know, see if you can do 10 by the time the kettle boils. Maybe the kettle's still boiling, you can do some more. Okay, you can put some music on, you can dance, you can move while you're doing things. Although these are difficult things to put into place when you're in the workforce, and maybe you don't want people to kind of to judge you or to see you, when you are in your own home and you are struggling to get active and it's cold outside and it's snowing and it's not pleasant for a walk, there are ways we can get active in our own home that doesn't have to be a big time resource. And I think that's where we're at the moment. Even though we are at home, we're still, you know, there are things taking up our time. Maybe you're homeschooling, maybe you're working, you know, and you don't feel like you want to spend a lot of time doing high intensity activity, but anything is better than nothing.
Yeah, I agree. And if we have got the children at home, then we could do it together, you know, get the children involved and do a little bit, just have 5 minutes, just doing some gentle exercises and get the children involved as well.
Yeah, I think children and dogs are the two best things for our physical activity. Yeah, so if you got a dog, you take that dog for a walk, and if you've got a child, they would, you know, depending on their age, but being active or doing something and having their parents, you know, being role models is huge, you know, and it shows them also, you know, because a lot of children are spending time inside, a lot of children are more sedentary because of the situation that we're in. So it's helping not only you, but your kids. And they can lead the way and you can lead the way sometimes, reminding each other, hey, maybe we can do this tonight, or I really enjoyed this. And there are plenty of resources online. Active Lincolnshire has resources on its website, over 30 of them. They're all free, including Joe Wicks, but there are plenty more on there as well that you can use to inspire movement at home. If you can't think of anything, there is always someone that can be creative with it.
Fantastic. And I would recommend that everybody takes a look at the website. They have got some fantastic tools on there. Nice, easy steps. You know, if you want to start gently and break up, build yourself up to the hardcore triathlons. I'm not at that stage anyway. I'm just down here. So I really appreciate your time today, Lara, and thank you for showing us just how to sort of keep a bit supple and just those stretching. I think that really helps when you're at your desk as well. And we do tend to, I know I do, you know, you lean forward, you hunch over a little bit. So I think all those things, reminding ourselves to sit back, roll our shoulders, keep those things going. That's great. And I would like to invite you back next week. Let's do another few minutes of doing something, and we'll stay physical in February, as I call. That's my new thing.
February, I love it.
Yeah, that's lovely. Thank you, Lara. Thanks for your time.
No problem. Pleasure.
Bye.
Bye.